Hey, it's Jen from Peanut Butter Runner. Happy Friday, everyone. It's been a while since I've done a video post, so I thought that this afternoon would be a great occasion for that. I'm just hanging out at work, ready to wrap up this week. I have to teach one more CrossFit class, and then I am out of here. And I have a little furry friend working with me today. Sullie, come here. Come here, girl. Come here. Can you poke your little head up here? Come here. Don't hide. There she is. So Sullie's been trapped in my office since 8:30 this morning. She's like, Mom, let's get out of here. Let's do some weekend stuff. But anyway, let's get right into the questions. These are all from Facebook. The first is from Beth, and her question is that she has 2 kids and works full time, so her workout time is almost always at 5 a.m. and at home. She always drinks but doesn't eat until she showers and sits down with the family at around 6:30. Is it doing her harm to work out on an empty stomach? As long as my clients feel okay, the ones that work out that early in the morning, I'm totally okay with them not eating if it works for them. I get her situation, and usually as long as you've had a good dinner the night before, you're okay to work out on an empty stomach. If you do find that you're lightheaded, then I would say have some sips of juice or sports drink, or drink, or eat a couple bites of a banana, or a spoonful of peanut butter, or something light to get in your stomach. But most people are okay working on an empty stomach in the morning. And then her other question is, while I'm picking your brain, what are my thoughts on the occasional diet soda? As long as it's occasional, I have no problem with it. Y'all know that I'm not a fan of cutting things completely out of your life, like sugar and dairy and ice cream and soda and all those yummy things. As long as they're occasional, I think you're totally fine. When I quit drinking Diet Coke every day several years ago, I actually found that now when I try to have the occasional Diet Coke, I don't really even crave it that much anymore. It doesn't even taste that good. So that is my answer to that, and we'll move on to the second question. I have her little head in my lap now. We need lots of attention. Tom says, has yoga helped with your running? My coach advised against it. I was shocked when I received this question. I've never heard any coach advise against yoga or stretching, especially for runners. If you think about it, when you run, you're shortening your muscles, you're contracting, and you need stretching, foam rolling, yoga to kind of smooth everything back out again. I've kind of cut back on my yoga lately because I've been so busy with work, and also because my hip has been kind of inflamed, and I wanted to see if I could calm it down by not stretching it so much. My running has been awful since I've cut back on yoga. Every time I go out for a run now, my legs just burn, the tight muscle kind of burning thing. So I think that yoga has helped so much with my running and just kind of helping me be more well-balanced and not having those nagging, really tight feelings and everything. So I would have to say that I disagree with his coach advising against yoga. The next question is from Tara, and she wants to know about gym bag packing, especially tips on when I had a 9-to-5 job and still needed to have stuff for pre and post work. She says she seems to always have all the wrong stuff in her bag. And this has been kind of a hot topic. Several people wanted to hear about this as well. I live my life out of bags. Seriously. I mean, I have food packed in bags all the time, multiple outfit changes, shower stuff. I've gotten to where I can pack a bag and be out of the door in 2 minutes flat. I think just having that base stuff that you know is always going to be in your bag. I have my makeup, no matter if I'm at home or if I'm traveling and living out of a bag, my makeup is always in the same container, as well as my basic toiletries, so things like toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, my hair stuff, all that, my face wash that I love to use, my moisturizer, all stays in this bag. And no matter if I'm at home or if I'm at the gym or if I'm showering, wherever, those bags come with me. And so that really helps ensure that I don't forget those toiletry type of things. You could always just have seconds of the toiletry stuff in your gym bag and then one set at home if that works better for you. But I literally am just constantly moving things back and forth. And then I always try to have an extra change of clothes. So pick out your work clothes for the day, lay them all out to make sure that you're not forgetting your tights or whatever. So lay it out, think about each element of your outfit. And then as far as your workout clothes go, I always love to have a spare set in my gym bag because I just never know when I'm going to need to change clothes again into a different workout outfit. But, I live in these clothes all day long. But I think it's kind of just figuring out what those basics that you know you always need are. I mean, if it's really a big issue for you, if you are always forgetting like socks or you're always forgetting your shoes, leave an extra pair in your trunk. We all have like multiple pairs of running shoes. Just put an old pair in your trunk, put a couple pairs of socks in your trunk, just something so that you don't have those freak out moments where you're like really looking forward to going for a run after work and then you're like, oh crap, I forgot my socks. So those are just some like really little tips. Maybe I can do like a bigger post where I kind of show you the types of things that are in my gym bag and kind of go through like how to pack that. But hopefully that'll just help a little bit to get you started. The next question is from Rachel, and she said that she'd love to hear how I recover from CrossFit workouts. I've been CrossFitting for about 5 months, and she finds it to be super taxing on her body, and her recovery after tough WODs has been really rough. For this, I would say that ever since I started doing CrossFit, I do more mobility after my workouts. Like that's a big part of our gym. We always force everybody to go straight over to the foam rollers and the cross balls and get straight to their mobility. And I think doing that like the second that you finish your workout helps because you finish and your body is just like freaking out. Like, oh my God, what did we just do so fast and so hard? And I'm freaking out. So if I can go get on a foam roller and just kind of like bring everything back to homeostasis, that helps a lot. Also, just maintaining the yoga and the stretching. All of my workouts have suffered since I've cut back on my yoga practice, so I'm trying to get back to it. It really helps so much. And also just more rest. I've had to really get over the thing of CrossFit workouts only being 15 or 20 minutes long and just tell myself that that's enough to do in one day and that I need to let my body rest, and if I'm not feeling, up to it, that I don't need to do it. And also, I don't do CrossFit as much as other workouts. Like, I've really found that I can max out at like 2 or 3 CrossFit workouts in a week, and that's really enough for me. I cannot go like 5 days on with CrossFit. It just destroys my body. So I think just figuring out like your rest routine and also being really mindful of your mobility and also of your nutrition. When I was in my CrossFit training, I should write a post on this too, but they showed us this triangle, and at the tip of your triangle was your training, but at each end of the triangle was your nutrition and your rest. And you can't expect to be able to be at the pinnacle of your training if you don't have the pillars, the rest, and the nutrition there at the bottom. So just remember that your body gets stronger when you rest, not when you're actively working. That's one thing that's just really helped me a lot to deal with, like, you need to rest your body. All right. Next question. Well, it's not a question. Meg just says, green smoothies with an exclamation mark. I'm not really sure what exactly she wants me to cover with green smoothies, but I've been drinking a lot more of them lately. I'm really hot and cold with smoothies. Sometimes I like really get in the mood for them, and sometimes I could care less. But a couple tips for green smoothies. First is don't freak out about them. They don't taste funny. They don't taste like vegetables. They taste like whatever fruit you put in them. Get creative with it. You don't just have to use spinach. You can use chard. You can use kale. Any green you have on hand. And then just start playing around with different fruits, different milks. Really yummy with coconut milk, almond milk. Love putting different nut butters in there, peanut butter. Some people even like to put whole nuts and like ground cashews and stuff in there. So just get creative with your smoothies. Get a good blender. I had a terrible blender for years that wouldn't even crush up ice. It was so maddening. Getting a good blender made me much more excited to make smoothies. So that's that for green smoothies. And then last question, Claire said, what are you going to use once Google Reader is gone? I'm not sure what to do. I'm with you, Claire. I read all of my blogs through Google Reader, and I have for years and years and years, so this is going to be a really big adjustment for me. But from most people, I've been hearing that Feedly is the best option. I've heard from multiple bloggers and blog readers that they've made the transition and that they would never go back to Google Reader even if they could. So that's what I'm going to check out. And I'll post my review on my blog once I do check that out. So that's all I got for you today. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we'll try to do more of these posts and not let it be so long. All right, Sullie, come say goodbye. Come here, girl. All right, thank you guys again for reading and for being awesome. Have a good weekend.